Hello, Mighty Lion teachers. Today I'm going to show you how you can create a discussion thread in your classroom using Wikispaces. So I'm at the site wikispaces.com, and it comes up with this splash screen right here, one for education, one for everybody else. So I'm of course going to choose the education option. There's a little screen over here, one for teachers, one for students. So before I go into my teacher thing here, I want to show you what the students end is going to look like. So a lot of things on here are going to have to be done in prior to this lesson. They're going to need a username, they're going to need an email and a password, and the join code that will be provided by me after I create my classroom. So they'll get the join code and then come on into the classroom. So in my teacher screen, I have to create a username. Might take me a few minutes to come up with something that works. This is apparently a very well-used site and a lot of names are already taken. So I'm going to put B. Cowan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and see if it will work. And it looks like maybe it will. So my email. And then of course my password, which this has already been preset. I already have a login. So I'm going to create a classroom. Alright, so here's my new wiki. So let's call this Day 1 Introductions. And United States, my school is, you can just start typing as it says, the first 3 letters. And lucky me, I'm right here at the top. I don't have to go searching. Okay, my course name is Algebra 1. And my grade level is 9, although I really do have 9 through 12, but I'm going to select 9. Alright, and I agree, and I'm going to create my new wiki. Alright, so here's what I was talking about. I can't create my wiki because I can't have any spaces. So I'm going to have to go in and take out those spaces and try again. Make sure you hit the agree button on the second attempt or it's going to come back with yet another error message. So let's try that and see if that works. Alright, I'm in. Alright, so I have introductions here where I can go in here. This is a thread. As it says here, I can use the newsfeed to introduce myself, start discussions, and manage my classrooms. Alright, so before I want to do that, I want to go up here to where it says members. Alright, and I need a join code to bring in my students. So I'm going to hit create code. Alright, so that took a couple minutes, but it eventually came up. So here's my class code. That's where the students would put in the code at the bottom of that screen I showed earlier. And you could give them this website. You could put it up on the whiteboard, or you could send the link via their email addresses if you had a class group and your email set up. Another way you could do it is you could invite people, which you would have to have all their email addresses in some kind of a Word doc where you could copy and paste. So that's another option. I think the class code for me would be a better option. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. All right, so I'm going to go back to my home page now. And now after the students have the class code, they can go in here and make comments. This is for me, it says my class has been created, take a look around. So there are other things you can do in here. I like the projects feature a lot. So after you get to figure out, the kids get to figure out what they have in common, you could go in here and do projects. And in projects you have to create a group. So first of all, I'm going to create a project. I'll call it likes and dislikes, and I'm going to create it. All right, so projects have to have teams, which is the whole point of having a project, I guess. So I'm going to go in here and add teams. I can add as many teams as I want. And then, or I can upload a spreadsheet with usernames and team names. I'm going to go ahead and use this Create Teams button right here so you can see what that looks like. If I create teams, I have got 3 teams here. Okay, so here's my, after a few minutes, here's my 3 teams that it created. I am going to, first thing you want to do is set all permissions. So it defaults to public to Wiki. It means anybody can come in, or all Wiki members can view and edit the pages. So if you put stuff in there, they can go in and change it. You really probably don't want that to happen, so you want to choose this protected to Wiki option where they can view, but only members of the team can edit. So that's me, I'm the team. They can still post, but they can't edit anything that's on the page. So I'm going to click Update. Okay, so I'm going to go into Team 1. And I'm going to add a discussion. All right, so likes and dislikes again. And I'm going to name 3 things you all have in common. So then again, they could comment on that. I could ask something, another question to the other 2 groups. I could add more groups. I can take groups away. I like this a lot. It brings the students together and helps them get to know each other right at the beginning of the school year. I think I'll incorporate this in maybe my 4th or 5th day after their emails and such have been established. But after that, I think it's a really good activity. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and have a wonderful day.